You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
In Georgia this week, one of the largest workplace raids in U.S. history unfolded at a Hyundai facility tied to electric vehicle production. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE, carried out a sweeping operation that led to the detention of nearly 475 workers. Most of those detained were South Korean nationals, and the raid has already stirred significant diplomatic ripples between Washington and Seoul. The plant, a massive 3,000-acre site, was part of Hyundai's growing investment in American manufacturing. Built to produce electric vehicles and batteries through a joint venture with LG Energy Solutions, the facility was meant to symbolize a new era of economic growth in Georgia. State officials had celebrated it as the biggest industrial project in Georgia's history. But now, instead of being remembered for innovation, it is under the spotlight for an immigration crackdown of historic scale. According to Homeland Security investigations, this was not just a random sweep. Officials said the raid followed months of evidence gathering, interviews, and document collection that led to a judicial search warrant. Stephen Schrank, the special agent in charge in Atlanta, described it as the largest single-site enforcement operation in the history of Homeland Security investigations. Video clips circulating online showed agents lining up workers and announcing that the entire site had to be shut down immediately. For Hyundai, the situation is complicated. The company issued a statement saying none of the detained workers were directly employed by them, suggesting that contractors and subcontractors may have been involved. Production at Hyundai's electric vehicle lines was reported to be unaffected, but construction on the battery facility, led by LG Energy Solutions, was temporarily halted. The South Korean government quickly responded, voicing concern and regret over how its citizens were treated. Diplomats have been dispatched to Georgia, and Seoul has demanded assurances that the rights of Korean nationals will be respected. The Foreign Ministry warned that the economic activities of Korean firms investing in the U.S. should not be unfairly disrupted by law enforcement actions. President Donald Trump, when asked about the raid, defended ICE, saying the workers were in the U.S. illegally and that enforcement was simply part of the law. He also linked the issue to his broader agenda on immigration, emphasizing that unauthorized workers take jobs from Americans. At the same time, critics point out that such operations risk undermining the very foreign investment his administration has been touting as a victory for U.S. manufacturing. The clash here highlights a delicate balance. On one side, the push to attract billions in international investments for advanced industries like electric vehicles. On the other, the aggressive pursuit of immigration enforcement. With hundreds of South Korean nationals now in detention and a major project disrupted, this raid could test not only corporate partnerships, but also diplomatic ties between two longtime allies. It is a story still unfolding, one that ties together immigration, international business, and geopolitics, all centered on a factory floor in Georgia. Stay subscribed for more videos.